ki khubor ka bate si TV. Lawan Rashapi taka Frank Motors. Booking open for the new Nexon. Visit Frank Motors or call 7045207973.
Ka Sorkar Jilla Lengbaga Tanat Arts and Culture Hagani ka Kenti ka Balong ka Sin ka Baar Kalapan Bena Bakan Penlong ya ka Tri Hills Ensemble Kan pen Ithuh Kyrpang ya ki Henriu Teli ki Shnong Hapo Kani ka Jilla ki Badang Pynneh Pensa Yala ka Lariti Lengbaki Sub Kyrpang Baki Don Haga Jing ya Keren Bat ki Lat Patai Kubor U Commissioner and Secretary Jong Tanat Arts and Culture ka Sorkar Jilla Uba Frederick Roy Karkongor ulay Ithuh bayaga Tri Hills Ensemble kabanne hadu shitayo kanti on sedang nadu ka khatsan tarik unai wing arajar arpulai ya kaba on play pait ba da menteri katanat Arts and Culture ka Sorkar Jilla uba Paul Lengdo harangkat ka jingyadan lang jong Chief Executive Member jong ka Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council uba penyait sing CM bat giwe.
It's a week-long program which is organized all over India. To celebrate and to honor the various contributions of the tribal freedom fighters, and also to highlight the various achievements of the tribal community. So one area where the tribal community is very vibrant is in the field of arts and culture, crafts, cuisine, as well as culture. And towards this end, we will be having an inaugural program on the 15th, which will kick off this whole Janjatiya Gaurav Divas celebrations, and it will start with the flagging off of the cultural procession as well as tableaus by the Chief Secretary from the Assembly premises at the Police Bazaar at Pynneh area, and this will culminate at the State Central Library, where the Minister in charge of Arts and Culture, Shri Paul Lengdo, will be the chief guest, and the CEM, the Chief Executive Member of the KHDC, Shri Pynneh will be the guest of honor, and we'll have a brief function where we'll lay floral tributes to the three brave hearts at the life-size statue. After that, there'll be a walkthrough of a live museum, Khasi Jaintia as well as Garo. Kitchens and hearths will be displayed there, because as we know that the tribal kitchen is very important in the overall lifestyle of the tribal community. Then after that, the program will go on to then at the same time we will also have the Vikshit Bharat. This will also be a program where the entire government machinery, all the states of the country will be launching what is known as the Vikshit Bharat, or Progress India, and various departments like community rural development and social welfare, health will be having stalls as well as programs for greater outreach of the various government schemes, especially these beneficiary-oriented schemes like the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana and various other schemes under social welfare and so on and so forth. In the program as such, in the main program, there will be as regards the program which will kick off, we will be having a showcase of various traditional cultural items ranging from dances which have never been showcased before. There will also be a special musical presentation on our braveheart Uthuh Singh, as well as the winners of those traditional inter-school competitions will also be felicitated. Some VECs and these village employment committees as well as self-help groups which have done well will also be felicitated. And one very interesting program is that 6 more additional arts and craft villages will be recognized. Last year at the first Tri-Hills Festival, we had in fact selected 6 villages and we had branded them as arts and culture villages, comprising of villages like Larnai, which is known for black clay pottery, and we had villages like this Amindagari, which is known as the woodcraft, which is known for its woodcraft, and there were several other villages which were also recognized. So this year also we are continuing with that, and the 6 additional villages will be announced on the at this inaugural program, where we will seek to support them as well as give them a kind of visibility as well as branding in recognition of the unique crafts. So some of the villages like Nokindri, which is very famous for its metallurgy, arts and craft, for this bow and arrow, skills. And there will be other 5 villages which will also be announced on that occasion. So on the next day, we will have, in collaboration with the Shankardev College, there will be a mega dance, traditional dance exhibitions of dances which have not been usually seen in public platforms. We are all familiar with the dominant cultural dances. We know what is the Wangala, and we know what is the Shatsuk Binsim, Shat Nankrem, and also the dances of the Jayantias. But there will be some very different as well as unique dances which will also be showcased on the 16th. This program is being done in coordination with the Shankardev College. And the main marquee event I'll come to is called the Tri-Hills Ensemble 2. So last year we had the Tri-Hills Ensemble 1. Why we're calling it Tri-Hills basically is to represent the 3 hills of Khasi Jayantia as well as Garo. And Tri also plays on the word tribal. So it's called Tri-Hills. So this is the Tri-Hills Ensemble 2. So last year we had started it with the support of the Ministry of Tribal Affairs. This year again we are having it, and it will be one of the key festivals of the Arts and Culture department. We know that tourism department has got cherry blossom, but from arts and culture point of view, we are planning to make Tri-Hills into an annual affair. It started off last year, and this is the 2nd edition. So this particular festival is basically anchored on 2 themes. One is rooted in nature and connected to culture. And basically it aims to showcase on craft, cuisine as well as culture of the 3 hills. And it is an endeavor to sort of connect with the past and to bridge between the modern generation and the previous generation, to reawaken and to revive, as well as to educate and as well as to celebrate our local culture. So there is a feeling, of course, many a time that the legacy of the past is a whispered legacy, but we hope that this 2-day festival will unfold many hidden dances and songs which were only confined to the villages so far, but now we are bringing them onto the state capital, so that we give more exposure and more focus and more spotlight on these hidden dances, hidden songs. In this festival, the Honorable Chief Minister will be the chief guest, and our Arts and Culture Minister will be the guest of honor. And it will be a 2-day event on 24th and on the 25th. And as I just mentioned, the main endeavor is to bring to the fore all the hidden gems of our state in terms of folk dances, folklore, folk songs, games, dresses, cuisine, food, and also handicraft practices. In fact, Nambi Marak, who's doing very well as the tribal chef, will also be there for this program, and hopefully inspire a love for our own indigenous cuisine. And also basically we want to highlight areas and things which were not really in the focus all the time, and we want to make it truly authentic as well as indigenous. Apart from that, there are a lot of very interesting dances and artistic showcases which which were only restricted to the villages, as I said in the beginning, and which we hope to bring to the fore. For example, some very unique dances like Sha Cry of Waken, then also there's Jabulo of Riboy, plus some other very interesting performances as well as songs and folklore from the Garo Hills will also be showcased. So basically, and we also have another 5 or 6 villages which will be branded as arts and craft villages, which in continuation to the villages that we selected last year, we are also bringing to the fore. For example, Nongkandri, which is known for traditional metal craft, and they're very skilled in the age-old craft of making bows and arrows, as well as metal and feathers, and also it's known for its locks, which are very unique and priceless. So Nongkandri is very known for its traditional metal craft. Then Musto, of course, for its for the Kyrpang embroidery. In the Department of Textiles, we had already branded in the Silk Village, which is known as the as the Umden Silk Village. So from arts and culture also, we are planning to give visibility to these villages which are keeping our heritage alive, which are keeping our traditions and our heritage alive. So Musto is the other village. Then Yelong, which is the heartbeat of Jaintia culture, with the unique dances like the Nausakriyat, and also is the center of the traditional religions and very vibrant Bedingklam, as well as many interesting cultural practices are there. So we want culture to be seen, to be visible, to be felt. We want the entire festival to be a kind of an immersive experience, not only something which will be common, but something which will truly bring culture on a visible and which is an experiential platform. So, and many young people probably would not have exposed had they not visited the various villages. But we are planning to bring the entire culture from the villages into the city, so that our younger generation is also exposed. Visitors will also know about the richness of our culture. States like Nagaland have showcased culture in a very vibrant way through Hornbill Festival and all that. So we know that Meghalaya, as I said, is rooted in culture. Rooted in nature, connected to culture. We have done a lot on nature tourism, but cultural aspects also are equally important, and it's only through culture that you can truly get a sense of being immersive in the and as well as connected with the people. It's by experiencing their dances, their songs, their food, that you feel connected to the culture. So there is a village called Babadam, who is also very famous for its rice brew and rice cakes. So we are also planning to recognize them as well for their unique skills in the traditional cuisine. And Waken was there in the earlier list last year, but it was recognized for its music, for its Lariti. But this time we are also trying to bring out its unique skills of Thain Syria, which is also known as Thain Yarong. These are very traditional weaves which are made from plants like pineapple and also the Jirmi creeper, and it's a very sustainable fashion. So basically this entire endeavor of the Tri-Hills Festival is to connect the threads together. And we know that Meghalaya is very famous for the iconic living root bridges. So basically this festival is trying to be that living root bridge that makes culture a living heritage, not only something we read in the books or we see in a museum, but something that is living, breathing, and part of the living heritage. There will be performances as well by folklore groups every evening. We have all the famous folklore groups, as well as those groups which blend the contemporary with the folklore. So they will be there to add entertainment as well as to provide awareness. So this is the endeavor basically, is to ensure that as a department we not only preserve, protect, but we also promote our culture. So this is the endeavor, and we hope to we made a start last year and we hope to make it into an annual event with the second edition this year. And hopefully it will continue next year and also will be much bigger and much more vibrant. So this basically is the objective of these programs, and it's being befittingly launched in this Janjatiya Gaurav Divas, which we are joining hands with the rest of the country to celebrate tribal achievement, to celebrate tribal cuisine, craft, as well as culture, as well as to make that link with the living heritage. Not only a heritage and legacy which is in a museum, but also heritage which is living, breathing, and which is being, and which the villages are the true custodians, and we are trying to ensure that they get a platform to showcase it in the cities as well. Last year we gave them a financial award. The cash award was distributed during the last Independence Day. If you remember this Independence Day celebration, Honorable Chief Minister distributed them. So follow up. The first step is for recognition. Then secondly, we give them a token financial award. Then the next is to build a brand. Like here, Maulano has built the brand as the cleanest village, or Umden has built the brand as the silk village. So these villages also deserve recognition for the very unique skills, the very unique practices which they symbolize. And they are the custodians. They are the real custodians. It is. I mean, our culture and our tribal legacy and our tribal heritage, it is alive because these villages are still holding on steadfast to these. So we thought that it's time to promote them, it's time to showcase them. So we started with this financial award. So now the next phase, once the Ministry of Tribal Affairs approves our proposal, is to also start a series of trainings, build up some infrastructure there, and hopefully take it further. Have some economic activities. So basically, these villages should also get sustainable livelihood out of these, out of these endeavors. Then we have Larnai, which is the home of the black clay pottery in Jainte Hills, and this pottery is very unique because they use the clay from the rich Sung Valley, and they don't use a potter's wheel. They fashion this very unique pottery with their hands, and also they are very famous for making this Kyrpang, which is the traditional pot used for making utharo and all those things, and it's entirely women driven. And then we have Pahambir, which is in Rivai district, which was recognized last year. This is we call it as the abode of folklore, because they are very different in their cuisine and the way they use bamboo to cook many different types of cuisine. Then they also use leaves as musical instruments. Then they also make bamboo toys, cane toys. So a lot of interesting craft work happens there. Then Agwaken, I already mentioned to you. Last year we recognized it for its music. This year for its unique textile heritage. And then we also recognize Mairang as an art district in itself, because Mairang is an area that has a profusion of various artists in terms of woodwork, sculpture, painting. In fact, a large number of their young boys and girls are even studying in Shantiniketan. So that artistic mindset is very much, embedded in their DNA. So these were the villages which were recognized last year, and the fresh list I just shared with you just now.
What about the funding, sir?
Funding. So last year when we had the program, it was funded by the Ministry of Tribal Affairs. So this year also, we are expecting that the Ministry of Tribal Affairs will be supporting us, because it's under this Janjatiya Gaurav Divas, which is being celebrated every year all across India. Because November 15th is the birth date of Birsa Munda, who was the tribal hero, a tribal freedom fighter. So every year, from Ministry of Tribal Affairs, we will have this program starting on the 15th and ending on the 26th. So funding will come as it did last year. We also trust that the funding for this year will also be there from the Ministry of Tribal Affairs.
How much is it expected?
Last year it was around 60 lakhs plus. 60 lakhs plus. So this year also we are expecting something on the same range. So these 6 arts and craft villages, last year we had recognized them with a token provision of 2 lakhs as a, just as an incentive. But now we are enlarging that proposal to include not only that token financial proposal, but to include training of the stakeholders, building of assets. Say for example, if a village is well known for music, then building of a of a hall. Then if a village is well known for textile heritage, then some assets leading to which are linked to the textile heritage part. Or if some village is known for its pottery, then something which will be linked with that. So basically it's twofold. We are sending proposal for training as well as building of the assets, and also visibility and branding of the villages. Visibility and branding, just like how Molenong is branded as a cleanest village, Umden is branded as Sikh village. So building of the brand visibility. So we need to expand our. So basically, these villages are there; they are the custodians, but they need a bit more visibility, training, branding. So that is the endeavor, basically.
How much it is? This, I mean, altogether proposal for this?
So last year we only started with 6. This year we're starting with another 6. Yeah. So they are different components. The exact figures I don't have, because there's training component, there's asset component, and there's visibility component. So the exact figures I don't have, but these are the 3 major heads.